station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And coming up in the news at noon, calls for answers after 2 young people are killed in the district. What we know at this hour about the shootings and what people in the community are saying about the loss. And later, stepping into the race when a controversial lawmaker is expected to announce his bid for the presidency.
It may have been a chilly start out there this morning, but temperatures have rebounded nicely already under very sunny skies. Do we hold on to these very beautiful conditions for a while? We'll let you know coming up in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Damon. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Developing this afternoon, families are grieving and investigators are pushing for answers after a deadly day in the district. In the last 24 hours, 2 D.C. children have lost their lives to gun violence. DC News Now's Randy Bass is in Northwest with the latest.
Yeah, students here at Roosevelt High School are back in class today, just a day after their 17-year-old classmate was shot and killed steps away from the school's campus. Parents we talked to this morning say they were hesitant to send their kids back to school after what happened.
She was a little nervous, but she knows she got to do what she got to do.
Shannon Alsbrook's daughter is a student at Roosevelt. She had classes with the boy who was killed near campus yesterday.
You know, she know the little boy. She said she knew who he was. He was and gave her good advice and positive thoughts.
Officers say students got into a fight and someone fired shots in a nearby parking lot. 3 schools in the area were put on lockdown during the investigation yesterday afternoon. Parents waited anxiously to hear from their children.
It is a lot of anxiety because you don't never know, and then bullets don't have no names on them. It could be anybody.
The 17-year-old is the second child shot and killed this week in the district. On Sunday, 10-year-old Ariana Davis was hit by a stray bullet while riding in her family's car in Northeast. She died yesterday afternoon. No arrests have been made in either case. Now, D.C. police are searching for information in both of these cases. If you know anything at all, you're urged to get in contact with them. In Northwest, I'm Randy Bass, D.C. News Now.
Randy, thank you. And so far, a GoFundMe for the 10-year-old's family has raised nearly $10,000. Well, moving to Virginia, where Fairfax County Public Schools investigating a racist email sent to the cheerleading coach at Oakton High School. The email was sent 2 months ago, but some parents in Fairfax County and NAACP officials say that they didn't see it until the end of April. Now the NAACP is criticizing the school system for not acting quickly enough. According to the NAACP, the message said in part that many of us would not feel comfortable with another colored individual coaching cheerleading at Oakton. An official with the Fairfax County NAACP says the school system did not communicate clearly to the coach about the letter.
They did not even reach out to her first to tell her that this had happened, that it had to come from another parent that told her. It's disrespectful.
Yeah, Fairfax County Public Schools has since released a statement that says FCPS works hard each day to create a school environment where all students and staff are valued and feel accepted and supported. The district says that they've tried to find the person who wrote the email but haven't been successful. FCPS will update families on the situation once the investigation is complete. A New York man is in custody after trying to run a Virginia State Trooper's car off the road. Officials said that it happened yesterday morning near Pole Road and Highland Lane in Alexandria. Virginia State Police say the car rammed the Trooper's cruiser 3 times before breaking down. That car was wanted in connection to another investigation in Prince William County. Well, DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and this afternoon the Washington Post is reporting that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis could officially enter the 2024 presidential race sometime next week. The governor has long been looked at as a main challenger to former President Donald Trump. Other Republican candidates include former President, of course, Donald Trump, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy, and former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson. Meantime, the rivalry between Governor DeSantis and the former president is heating up. News Nation's Kelly Meyer breaks down the latest blows exchanged by the Republicans.
Today, former President Trump hitting back at Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, taking to Truth Social, claiming, quote, Ron's magic is gone, after 2 of the candidates DeSantis endorsed lost their GOP primary races. Trump's pick in Kentucky, winning his primary race Tuesday night.
Let me just say, the Trump culture of winning is alive and well in Kentucky.
Daniel Cameron's comments, a not-so-subtle jab at DeSantis for taking a swipe at Trump in Iowa.
We must reject the culture of losing that has infected our party in recent years.
The war of words intensifying as DeSantis appears ready to take on his former Florida friend in the race for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination. Today, the Trump campaign shutting down support for DeSantis, saying, quote, the entirety of the Florida federal congressional delegation have endorsed President Trump. DeSantis is keeping his grip on the state level. So far, 99 Republican state lawmakers are backing him, including the Senate Majority Leader and the House Speaker. There are 113 in the legislature. One so far is behind Trump. The endorsements just the latest in a series of signs DeSantis' presidential campaign is ramping up. On Monday, the DeSantis political operation moving office spaces, spotted by News Nation's cameras, just as the governor's press secretary resigned from his official position to join them. On Friday, the governor will be heading to New Hampshire, traditionally the first in the nation primary state, where he just secured dozens of endorsements. And next week, News Nation has learned that the governor will be meeting with top donors in Miami just days before an expected announcement.
Well, President Biden's reelection campaign is vowing to hold the states that they won in 2020, and they're also competing in places it lost, like Florida. The president's campaign manager said that they are planning early election investments. Biden's reelection campaign is built around asking Americans to allow him to finish the job he started. And representatives in the House say that they are working towards finding a solution to address the debt crisis. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle say they need to work towards this effort as time is running out. Democrats want to use something called a discharge petition to go around Speaker McCarthy and take it to a vote. Meantime, Republicans say the time now is the crunch that we're in right now, is President Biden's fault.
Because it took the president 3 months to start dealing in reality, we now have a time problem.
A number of us feel that we need to at least have another option available because the X date is fast approaching.
And that petition won't be successful unless at least 5 Republicans join all Democrats in the House. Other lawmakers say the only path forward is a bipartisan bill. And talking about your money this afternoon, the cost of college nationally continues to go up, but what students are actually paying is on the decline. That's according to the College Board, which looked at data from the school year. And Kate Wilkinson with our sister station in Massachusetts breaks down why this is happening.
I was like, I might have to just drop out of school because I don't have the money to be able to afford that much.
Aminatu Abdullahi had a bit of sticker shock when she saw the cost of college in the U.S., but she landed a full ride to Smith College. The school said it puts out $80 million a year in financial aid. And starting in 2022, the college eliminated loans from its financial packages, a move that is also happening at Williams College. Scholarships and grants are a big piece for students like Laurel to figure out where they wind up.
The actual sticker price I didn't really take into consideration. I took financial aid into consideration, and so schools like Smith or like Mount Holyoke or that kind of school just have a lot of money that they can put towards financial aid.
Data from the College Board that factors inflation reveals the cost students pay annually has gone down in recent years for both public and private institutions, with an average estimated cost of $22.50 this past school year when it comes to tuition and fees for public universities, and over $14,600 for private colleges. Rosina also received a full ride from Smith. She's looking forward to graduating this weekend.
So wherever I go, I just proclaim the name of Smith College to everybody, literally everybody that we meet. We just talk to them about Smith because it's been very helpful, very supportive.
And that was Kate Wilkinson reporting. According to the White House, the estimated federal student loan debt is about $1.6 trillion. The average American has over $37,000 in student loan debt. Over 45 million borrowers are impacted by the debt. Well, since the early days of the pandemic, it's been quite a help to former and current college students not having to pay student debt. But now we're learning the pause on student loan payments will likely end by August. President Biden warned borrowers that this would happen last year advocates say that many borrowers will default on their loans if payments resume this summer. Well, meteorologist Damon Matson joins us now with the latest check on the forecast. And Damon, another nice day in the neighborhood?
Another nice day in the neighborhood, my friend. Oh, yes. We're looking at high pressure providing us with a lot of sunshine, but things weren't so nice out there early this morning when things were a little bit chilly. Now, we lucked out last night. Temperatures did not fall too far. We stayed warmer in the district and along the I-95 corridor. Let's go ahead and take a look at that low temperature map if we possibly could. Yes, we are looking at lows that only fell into the 40s and right around 50 degrees within the district. But then as we went to the west, we did see those low temperatures in the upper 30s, low 40s. There we go, checking out that low temperature map once again. We lucked out. We didn't see as much frost, if you will, thankfully, because those temperatures did not fall all the way down into the low and mid 30s out there. So, hey, again, it was at least definitely not cold enough to damage a lot of those plants. But checking out those current temperatures, that's what all the sunshine has been doing for us. We've rebounded things nicely into the upper 50s and even middle 60s in the district. All thanks to our friend right there, high pressure centered over New York City at this current moment. And as it continues to hover around the DMV, well, we're not going to see much of a change. Look at that. Sunny skies, temperatures hovering around 70. We'll see a few more clouds later on this evening, but otherwise, things are looking great. What is the latest with those rain chances coming up on Saturday? We'll have a full check of your forecast here in just